Chaos. Blur.
All right, what is up, everybody? This is Bobby Gaines, otherwise known as Chaos Blur, representing one of my favorite consoles of all time, the Sega Genesis, as we get ready for Retromania 73 tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and I'm excited about it. This is sort of a pseudo-tradition, not really, but usually the day before a Retro, particularly the day before, like, the new season of Retro, which, again, feels kind of weird because we just had one, like, at the end of December, so it hasn't been that long, but before a... You really did see Wait, did you really? Like, yeah, I mean, that's impressive. I know you don't mean the gaming console, but like Genesis, like with Phil Collins, because I know they're still touring, but well, they were still touring, but with Phil Collins, because Phil Collins has only been with them or hasn't been with them since like I think 2002, 2003. I think he like came back briefly. I know Phil Collins is or was still touring for a while by himself. Hey, what's going on, Queen Bee? But yeah, the Genesis I'm talking about is obviously a different Sega Genesis, but 15 years ago. Was he, and now is Phil Collins with Genesis or Peter Gabriel? I know they're both still around, but for some reason I thought Genesis had another lead singer now that nobody talks about because it's not Peter Gabriel or Phil Collins. But anyway, nothing to do with what I was saying, but hey, what's going on, Queen Bee? And Becca's on. Peter Gabriel isn't. See, I didn't know. Again, I know, he was like the beginning of the band. I don't know, obviously I know he wasn't in the band once Phil Collins kind of took over, but, things change, what do you call it? Phil Collins came back for a little bit. Maybe Peter Gabriel did. I don't know. I know he's got his solo stuff. Phil Collins retired. Damn. That's really, I mean, I know he retired, but that's really lucky that you got to see Genesis with, of course, Phil Collins, who many people, I mean, there's a debate, but many people would consider Phil Collins to be like the heart and soul of Genesis. Obviously, Peter Gabriel also had some great writing chops of his own and had a great solo career and still has one, I believe. One of my friends has actually seen Peter Gabriel a few times live, including Peter Gabriel with Sting. That's right, Sting and Peter Gabriel together. That's awesome. That is awesome. No, I mean, I believe it. I know Genesis had a few kind of quote-unquote comeback tours, maybe, like you were saying, 10, 15 years ago, whether they were worldwide or just, like, a few shows. But anyway, it's kind of hard to compete with that. But yes, Retromania tomorrow. I'm excited about it. It's not going to be like a... Yeah, I was going to say, how do I follow that up? Yeah, well, a console from the 90s and a gaming mascot that started in the 90s, but then had a few more games. Actually, quite a few more games. Crash Bandicoot, of course, remembered finally for those early PS1 games, then went on to, well, do quite a bit more. But let's be honest, a lot of the Crash games following the Naughty Dog days were not amazing. I'm not going to be that person. You know, Crash had a rough transition to 3D. Well, he was always 3D, so that doesn't really count. But, yeah, Crash Bandicoot, and actually we might be seeing one of those Crash games tomorrow on Retromania, who knows. But, long story short, you know, it's not uncommon that the day before a retro, I will go ahead and just throw in, like, a game that feels like a retro game but isn't, just sort of a nice platformer. Bobby hype. Yeah, I am hyped. Like I said, the funny thing is about tomorrow's retro is it both is and isn't like a big deal because it's like, you know, it's the first episode of the new season. It's not for a holiday. It's not for a special occasion. But that's kind of what makes it special. That's what always made the early retros special to me, is that they were special because I made them special. Because it was a Friday afternoon and I knew I was going to be sitting down and playing some retro games for a few hours. Like, that is what always made them special to me, and that's still what makes them special to me. So that should not come as a surprise to anybody here. But with that said, you know, today we're just going to relax a little bit, play Crash 4, which is one of my favorite modern platformers. In fact, I'd say right now, in the post-2020 era, which only has 5 years, my favorite platformers of the 2020s would be, obviously, Astrobot number 1. You know, I'm actually between this and Sackboy Big Adventure. I would say Sackboy Big Adventure might be my number 2. And then this would be number 3 for my favorite 2020s platformers. Crash Bandicoot came out in 2020, October 2020. And one of the few games that I actually did a midnight stream for when this came out in October 2020. And, no, this game did not mess around in terms of difficulty. Like, this game was as difficult as the old Crash games. Maybe not quite as unfair, but all in all, though, just a fantastic game. We're going to play as much of this as we can. It's a super long game, which I also enjoy. Like, I would have been happy with just another, 5 worlds like they did in, Crash Warped. But no, this game actually takes quite a bit of time to get through. I'm going to skip the cutscenes, though, because, well, who needs those? And again, it has been a while since I've really played this game for any extensive amount of time, so not that it's going to feel new to me or anything, but it has been a while. Of course, the first level, you know, if anyone was worried about it, and we got a little reference to Spyro there, with that little Spyro guy there. First level is, literally just a bunch of references to the original Crash games, which is fine. See, this is where Sega needs to learn a thing or two. Not to crap on Sega again, but it's okay to reference the past games. It's okay to have the beginning of the level look like the beginning of Crash 1, and have the little crab guys and the boulders. Like, that's cool. But then this game goes off and does something, entirely different. And that's what Sega doesn't get. At least for the most part. Shadow Generations was a nice step in the right direction, but it's I'm fine with the game, you know, mimicking what made the game so popular, but then it goes off in a completely different direction as early as, halfway through the first level. Oh, I love this game. Particularly this game. I mean, I love other Crash games as well. To me, and again, maybe just because I'm such a purist about these things, a lot of companies try to reinvent platformers. They try to reinvent, you know, your Mario, Sonic. Well, not Mario as much, but Sonic, Crash, you know. It's let's make it an open world game. Let's make it a, you know, whatever, this and that. It's just do what made it popular. I know that's simplistic, but just do, yeah, add new stuff, which this game does a great job of adding new things, but this could have come out in 2000 after the original Crash trilogy, and I don't think anybody would have noticed. That is not the worst thing. There is a balance that, again, I feel like Sega does not take seriously. Sometimes they just make it too much you know, Sonic 2 again, but there is a medium ground. I think this game does a great job of it, where it is something new, but it's also something old, and many of the new environments just fit in perfectly with what, you know, Crash always was. They add other gimmicks here and there besides just the mask power-ups. You know, and again, I'm kind of just reminiscing now, because I can still remember how excited I was the first time I played this game, and just be holy shit. Even just this first level, I thought was a great introduction. In fact, I loved this game so much in 2020 that I ended up dressing as Crash Bandicoot for the 2020 Halloween, because it came out a few weeks before Halloween. It was holy crap, this is amazing. I had not, to this point, you gotta remember 2020, and I know Sackboy Big Adventure came out that year as well, but, to this point, I'd really not played, a modern 3D platformer in a long time, one that had this much polish. So that alone was just kind of really getting me psyched. Now, luckily, in the last few years, we've had a bit of a renaissance with 3D platformers, not just Astrobot, but other smaller titles that have done a great job you know, not just imitating the genre, but also, like, I don't know. Again, I'm acting like I really know everything about everything, but we'll see anyway. Does it really? I'm surprised it's not on Game Pass already. I know, like, Microsoft has the rights. I actually have this on PS5 as well. It's basically the same game, though. And I also don't have... My progress doesn't carry over. That's the only reason I'm playing this on PS4. Plus, the game looks perfect on PS4, so I have no problem with it. I know there's probably, like, some minor little detail or something, and no ray tracing. I don't know. It's a freaking Crash Bandicoot game. It is what it is. Yeah, Insane Trilogy, I know. Like, Insane Trilogy was such a great marketing plan. Like, and you guys know how I feel about remasters, but if you're gonna do a remaster, that's how you do it. Like, you make it look like a freaking, like, you know, modern game at the time. Like, they basically took, I mean, everyone knows what it is, but they took the original 3 PS1 games and made them look like a PS4 game, and a really good-looking one at that. You know, not that that made the game better, it's still the same game, but, like, they preserved that gameplay and everything. And to me, that's a huge reason why we got Crash 4, because people loved the remaster so much. So, to me, that's the perfect use of a remaster. This was the best case scenario. I do wish there had been a Crash 5. I think there were, like, discussions of a Crash 5. There's all these, like, rumors about scrapped ideas for a Crash 5 made by the same developer. It's likely we get another Crash game in the next few years. Probably won't be by the same developer, which is a shame, because they did a really great job of putting together what makes a good Crash game. But if nothing else, we got this game. The Crash Insane Trilogy brought the whole trilogy, some pun intended, but it brought it to a generation of gamers that might not have played those games before. I mean, even me. I mean, I was alive during that era, but I didn't have a PS1, so I never really got to play them. So to me, they were all new. You know, I remember some of it, but I remember, like, Coco riding on the, what was it, the cheetah there in the China level. Well, I really oversimplified that, but you know what I'm saying. I remembered some of those things, but I didn't remember every single level of Warped or 2 or 1. Exactly, they were classics on the PS1. Even I'll say that, and I'm not a big PS1 person, but... And then how long did we go without, like, you know, a lot of 3D platformers? And we had some in the 2000s, but... like, new ones, not just, like, remakes. Crash really was. I gotta say, that is a sad thing to me. You know how I feel about console exclusives. I mean, hell, I can still remember when Sonic first appeared on Nintendo hardware, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like, Nintendo didn't buy Sonic, but, like, it was just weird for me to see him on every console. I'm like, especially Nintendo. I'm like, that ain't right. That ain't right. But the fact that Microsoft bought it, in the case of Crash... Exactly. See, that is literally the point right there. That is like buying a Whopper at McDonald's. And totally not like buying a Big Mac, because they're not the same. Actually, they're not the same, but... Actually, I really don't like the Big Mac. I like the Whopper. I mean, I don't love the Whopper, but I like the Whopper. It's just a big burger. Like, they act like they invented something new. It's just a bigger burger. I mean, not that it's bad, but it's like, hey, do you like our burgers? Here's a bigger one. And then the Big Mac is different, I think, and maybe it's not, but I think it's different because it's got like the little pieces of bread between it and the sauce. Like, it's still a big burger, but... And then, in fact, I think Burger King made a Big Mac. Like, they called it, like, the McKing or something. Not the McKing, I don't know. The King Mac. I can't even think of the name of it. Yeah, Whopper just sounds like a classic burger. Like, who would want a Whopper? I don't want a big burger, I want a Whopper. I just remember, Doug from King of Queens always trying to hide Whoppers from his wife, being like, well, now that she knows about it, you know, it doesn't feel like a secret anymore. It feels like a really disgusting habit. And then Deacon goes, it was always that. It was always a disgusting habit, whether you hit it or not. They have a Big King. That was it, the Big King. You know, they're not known for naming things. Yeah, this game's great. Anyone who enjoyed the originals will be right at home here. Lots of crates to break, lots of enemies. Lots of that kind of trolly, I don't know how to say it without sounding like I'm dissing it, but a lot of that placement where it's like, oh, you jumped here, oh, too bad, you're dead. Like, a lot of that, like, swipe the platform out from under you stuff. To the point where I can play this game now. I don't know if anyone remembers the first time I played the demo of this game, and that was just a demo. I got my ass kicked. And I play a lot of platformers, and I got my ass kicked the first time I played this because I didn't know where everything was. Like, I wasn't, you know, once you memorize these level layouts, it gets a lot easier. But until then, you're like, oh, what's going to fall out from under me? I just assume everything. And I was right. It's like, oh, you made that jump. Nope, next one fell out under you. I like to think the developers have a have a good time with that, you know? Hey, what's going on, Scarecrow? I just picture a room of sadistic developers just being, like, in a room going, okay, so the player's going to jump on this one, right? Make it disappear. And then they think they have to jump up too, make that one disappear. Like, there's clearly, like, even the original Crash games were genius with that. With, like, oh, yeah, you can just slide under this, right? Oh, no, they put spikes there. Oh, so then you have to go over it, right? No, there's fire there. Like, they constantly knew what gamers are going to do, and they just made you train your brain to do the opposite. You could argue, is that difficulty, or is that just making it, like, a trolly thing? That's what I'm saying. Like, and not all the time. I mean, sometimes it was just straightforward platforming. That's what made it so frustrating. Was because it was like, okay, sometimes, you know, a set of stairs is just stairs. Other times, the third stair is going to fall out. Like, you didn't know. Like, this is pretty consistent. You know, one goes out, the other goes out. And then right when you know what the pattern is, no, we're going to make the fourth one go out now. There's actually a little bonus you can get here. I think if you get every... I'm dead. If you get every crate before the platforms disappear. I already got them all, though. I think I have all the hidden gems. I just don't feel like doing gem routes because they are brutal. I'm about to die again. Or, yeah, there's some... I don't know if you're talking about this game or the older Crash games. Yeah, they love their crates. There's another level in this game. Actually, I don't think I have this hidden gem where you have to get... You have to not hit any boxes. It's the opposite. You have to not spin any boxes, which is almost impossible because you're always spinning. So, of course, you're going to end up doing that. So, I don't have the blue gem. I think it's the blue gem where you have to not hit any boxes the entire level, and it's like, how? Like, I accidentally hit a box. Oh, there was a hidden gem right back there. I didn't get it. I don't know if I didn't. I might have had it already. This part here, by the way, if you guys remember my Nico DeRico stream, this part's almost, like, verbatim ripped off with that same kind of creature chasing you. But I also don't care enough. Like, I'm not, like, that much of a completionist where I'm like, oh, I gotta get that. Yeah, it's a tough level anyway. It's like, I think it's one of the Middle Eastern, or the, what's not Middle Eastern, the Asian levels. The temple level, where there's already a lot of obstacles and stuff. You have the spinning power-up that makes you spin faster, so of course you're going to hit a crate. You're going to hit something at some point. But see, I don't really mind the super-duper difficulty, because as you can see, I've got plenty of lives, and it's really easy to come across lives. So at least it's not like you're like, oh, I'm down to my last 2 lives all the time. Unless you're me playing the demo that first time. But anyway, how's everybody's day going? We are here on Retro Eve. The day before the 2025 debut of Retromania. Should be a fun one. Gonna be a very by-the-books episode. I've kind of mentioned that a time or two, but not much else I can say about it. As far as people who want to know, like, what's the theme gonna be? And I am gonna do more with themes this year, maybe. There's a few themes I want to do, but tomorrow is all about the Retro All-Stars, which are games that have appeared the most in retro history, so... If you've watched Retromania even a few times, you will definitely recognize some or all of these games. Now, which ones I play, of course, that's the fun part. Alright, I'm just skipping this cutscene. Yeah, no death challenges suck. There's a lot. There's like the time relics, there's no death, which I think is like the insane relic or something. And also, can I just say, while we have a moment, I appreciate Queen Bee's enthusiasm. It's simple. You play all of them. Yes, I'm going to play 25 games in tomorrow's Retromania, whether you all like it or not. I'm not doing that. There is one change that I'm going to mention right now. I'll also mention it on a Twitter post, but I'm not doing Retro Trivia. I don't know if that's going to be a long-term thing, but at least for the next episode, I hate ties. You guys know I hate ties. I hate wearing ties. I hate ties in games. Like, if the vote is tied 2-2... we're just going to do, like, another vote between the two that are tied. And if it's still tied, then I'm just going to pick what wins. I'm just, that at least for now. Maybe down the road, I bring back Retro Trivia. I don't like Retro Trivia. I'm just going to be honest. Like, I thought it was a cool idea the first time, because I thought there'd be, like, maybe one tie here or there. But that's, like, every episode has, like, 2 or 3 ties. And I'm like, ah, shit, I got to come up with, like, 16 retro questions. And then wait for somebody to just... spam the answer before I even ask it and usually be right. Bex. Like, I gotta, like, sit here and be like, alright, guys, here's the question, B. The answer is B, alright. Like, to me, it's fun once in a while, but I think I've done episodes where there's like 5 rounds and 4 of them go to ties, and I'm like, I can't. It's just so frustrating. I don't expect a game to win outright, like, 10-1, but it's like, all right, we got to do this tie game here now. Plumbers wear ties? Oh, maybe. That seems like a bad idea, though, if you're working with, like, sewage. All right, I'm just skipping that. We're not really playing. This is a story. Sorry, guys. This is our first look at one of the, what do you call it? What do you call these suits? I don't know. They're like the masks. Like the Aku mask, but they do other things. This one here creates platforms. I thought this was a really cool idea to incorporate a new power-up. They've done other power-ups in Crash before, but this I thought was within, the realm of what the games do. It's an old game. It's a 4-year-old game. 5-year-old game now, or will be this summer. Or this fall. I thought it was crazy, and this happens with a lot of my favorite games, which is why I don't get, like, too hyped up for some announcements, but, like, I forget when this got announced, but it got announced at some Summer Games Fest. I think probably it would have been Summer Game Fest 2020. And, like, that was it. It was, like, July of 2020 they announced it, and it's like, it was coming, October. See, I like that. I don't like when they announce a game and then you don't see it for like 3 years. And like, yeah, it's good when it comes out, but it's like Sonic Frontiers, like, revealed it in 2019. 2019 they revealed that there was going to be a game. They didn't say the name of it or anything, but I just got chomped on. Like, again, I get it. You want to build hype, but like, to me, just give me the Crash 4 where it's like, okay, yep, we're announcing the game. It's coming out in 3 months. Get ready for it. Boom. I was ready. To that end, I think even Shadow Generations was the same thing. They announced it in, like, March. It came out in October. That's a little bit more of a wait. Sonic Superstars, that was a little bit of the same deal. Released it October. I think they announced it in July. I don't need, like, 3 years to wait for a game that I know is going to come out anyway. That's just me. I might be killing the hype for some people. Yeah, Silk Song, which I know what that game is. It's not something I'm personally looking forward to, but I see why people are. Like, you can overdo that. Like, I get it when it's first released, everyone goes nuts. Like, I can remember, like, I'm a bit of a hypocrite here because I love Metroid Prime. I love that they're making a Metroid Prime 4, but I don't know if anyone remembers when they first revealed Metroid Prime 4 in 2017, everybody went nuts, and all it was a logo. Metroid Prime 4 is like, whoa, oh my god! They put out Metroid Dread before they put out Metroid Prime 4. And Metroid Prime Dread's another one of those games that just came out of nowhere, and they released it. And it was great. Everyone loved it. Boom, the end. In the meantime, this year, maybe, we get Metroid Prime 4. And yeah, I'm excited for it, but why reveal it in 2017? I understand there were, like, issues with the studio. The studio they wanted to make it couldn't make it. They had to, like, basically start from ground zero at, like, 2019 or whatever. But it's like, why reveal it that early if you thought you were still a few years out? Like, that's what I mean when the hype kind of just dies down. I mean, I'm not a big GTA fan, but I personally would be kind of tired about, like, oh, GTA 6 is on the horizon in 2026, so whenever it's coming out, 2025 now, but it's like, how long? I mean, again, I don't know. I kind of see both sides of it, because it's like, yeah, you want to hear about a new one. It kind of gives you hope in the franchise you're following. Astrobot's another one, by the way. I keep thinking of these games that just kind of got revealed and came out. Astrobot was not on anybody's radar. It got announced in, like, July. Came out in September. It was great. Like, you don't need 3 years to hype up a game. You can hype up a game in 3 months. Like, seriously, again, I don't... There's nothing wrong with, announcing a game or teasing it several years in advance. I know the fans know going into it, hey, this game's not going to come out anytime soon, but... To me, it just feels depressing. Like, it's just like, all right, guys, like, this game looks really cool, but also forget about it because it's not coming out for 7 years. Like, what did that really do? As opposed to, like, taking the 7 years to make it, and then in year 6 show it to me. Like, you know what I mean? And then you have something more complete to show. Again, it's whatever. I mean, they could have revealed... Because what? The Insane Trilogy came out in 2017, so, I mean... They probably worked on this 2018, 2019. They could have revealed it in 2018 and then put 2 years of wait time on it, but would that really have helped? I don't know, maybe. Anyway, I'm just kidding around somewhat. But to me, most of my favorite games, and at least in recent times, have been these games that come out, like, not unannounced, but, like, almost out of nowhere. Like, hey, look at this cool game, and it's out. And again, I'm not a Kingdom Hearts fan, but I know Kingdom Hearts 3 seemed like it took a stupid long time to come out. And I don't know if that hurt its perception, but I heard that people didn't really like Kingdom Hearts 3 that much. I never played it. I think, to me, it looks fine. It looks like all the other Kingdom Hearts games. I just don't know why that game needed 14 years of development time. And I know it really didn't. I know they were doing other things, but... anyhow, that's just me. I guess what gets me about Kingdom Hearts 3 is that Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 came out within like 2 or 3 years of each other, and Kingdom Hearts 2 was a substantial game. It wasn't just like a little expansion, like it was a whole new game. And yet Kingdom Hearts 3, which seems like just Kingdom Hearts 2, but a little more, took that much longer. Like, and again, I know they weren't spending 14 years on the same game, but it was like, why did it take that much longer? To me, that's the only time I've ever seen a game with that much popularity just not make a third entry for that long. It's almost like they just didn't want to. They were just like, ah, crap, I guess we better make a third one now. Ah, damn it. And again, I'm talking about franchises that I'm not even a huge fan of, because I'm trying not to show, like, my bias. That is true. That's why I say, yeah, they didn't spend 14 years on just Kingdom Hearts 3. They made all the portable games, they made the spin-off games, they made the prequels, the Dream Drop Distance, the 364 divided by 8, the pi squared. To me, I would have just made fucking 3. Like, that's just me. I even feel that way about Final Fantasy, which I know does that sometimes, like, you know, having, like, different versions of the same one. It's like, just make a new one. I'm just simple like that, though. Like, just make a new one. Like, that's great that we want to keep doing these little spin-offs or whatever, but I don't think a lot of fans are, like, sitting there waiting for the next spin-off game. I could be wrong, because I'm not a Kingdom Hearts person. Those games might have been very good. They might not have been very good. I don't know. I personally would just want to get to 3. Now there might be a 4, which we'll probably see in, like, 2029 or something. I don't know. You know what? If it doesn't bother the people for whom the game is for, then I can't really complain. Like, I mean, technically, while this game did come out within a short time of its announcement, it also didn't come out until like 20 years since the last Crash-numbered game, which was Warped. So, kind of the same deal, different circumstance, but even though there were other Crash games between 3 and 4, it was kind of that same deal of like, oh my god, how many versions were there? Freaking Hyper, Ultra, Turbo, Mega, which I really didn't get that even then. This was like before DLC and expansion packs on freaking Genesis and Super Nintendo. There were like 20 different versions of Street Fighter 2. Some I assume were like arcade specific maybe, and they just brought them to home console after the fact. I don't know. Street Fighter 3 actually had a few, but not nearly as many. Street Fighter 4, I think, had like 2. And I feel like they just did that to honor the legacy. They were just like, oh, let's make a Super Street Fighter 4 so it's like the original. Ah. Yeah, I figured they teased the Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm not surprised about that. We'll probably see that in about 10 years or so. Alright, that was a fun little level. Super Turbo X Electric Boogle X. There is a game, well, there still is a game. I'm going to say there was a game. Street Fighter 3 had a variation called Alpha, I think. I actually think I like that one better. That was on Dreamcast. Street Fighter 3, like, Alpha or something, or Alpha Turbo. It's almost like Power Rangers, where they have, like, the different ones. Like, Power Rangers Overdrive, Power Rangers Super Power Rangers, Power Rangers in Space. Wait, there really was a Power Rangers in Space. It was called Power Rangers in Space. There was also Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Okay, now I'm just showing things about myself. I think they'll add... I'm actually surprised that wasn't in 3. I mean, at that point, we may as well start adding the Star Wars worlds, if they... not Star Wars, Marvel worlds, if they haven't already. I didn't play 3, just full disclosure. I know there was a Toy Story world in it. I think there was a Frozen world in it. I mean, at this point, you may as well... I've heard... they actually might go away from Disney in Kingdom Hearts 4 and start doing other, like, Square Enix properties. I could be wrong about that. Like, The World Ends With You, I heard might be in it. Or just, like, other Platinum Games type of things. I'm not saying that's going to be a huge part of it, but I could see them just going away from the Disney thing. I mean, how many times can you have Disney worlds in it? I know that's the whole point, but It would be interesting to see stuff like The World Ends With You or different Square Enix properties. Maybe even Balan Wonderworld. I'm just kidding, although it's really funny for me to think that is actually a Crash Bandicoot. That is actually a Square Enix title. Like, for all time, no matter how much good Square Enix does, Balan Wonderworld will be part of their main lineup. Or part of it, anyway. See, this game still holds up really well. Graphically. This game is on Switch. I was just wondering, could this game run on Switch? It does. It does not look nearly this good, but it does. I have it. That's how I know that this game can work on Switch. And when it does, well, it's something. You know, I make fun of Switch sometimes, like, oh yeah, who wants to buy this on Switch when you just buy it on here? It's like, well, there are times I kind of just want to play, you know, like a game like Crash 4 on a portable console. It's like, well, how far am I willing to do that? I guess that far. That's how far I'm willing to go. Why did I just do that? That was really dumb. Rocket Head. I love the Rocket Head. It's like a made-up, Oh, the red gem root. This could be a mistake. I forgot about this. Let's try it. This is something I might not remember how to do, because I never do this. I knew I had the red gem. I just forgot the red gem root was through here. If anyone forgot what those are, that's when you really want to die. You just take the alternate gem route. So far, this is not too bad. Oh, is that it? That actually wasn't bad. There's another one. Like I think I've gotten 3 of the 4 hidden gems. So I've tried the gem routes. Oh, that's all it did? It just took me back to the main route. I could have done that. Ah, damn it. Oh, these big guys here kind of look like Kratos. Oh, no! Oh, I just got killed by Happy Kratos. Not that exciting. Oh, I think there was a hidden gem this way. Doesn't really matter. I think I already have it. This game's just fun. What can I say? Fun little game, isn't it? Nice shot. Dead. I love how no matter how big the enemy is, you can usually just kill them by, like, running into them or, you know, jumping into them. Like oh, that's a huge enemy. How am I going to beat that? Spin attack, dead. So anticlimactic. Ooh, a bonus world. It's like the gem world, but not as deadly. Now it's a little deadly. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Ah, crap. I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't really have a way to get around that without that happening. I can try it again. And I might, right now. Yeah, I'd have to really play Sackboy Big Adventure again, because I do love that game. As far as do I prefer this or that, this is one of my favorite 3D platformers. Like, Astrobot's #1. After that, the #2 spot's up for grabs as far as best 3D platformers of this era. Which, this era, I mean the 2020s. Crap, hold on. Nope. Damn. Damn it! I know there's a way to do that without, like, hitting the thing, but whatever. Dead. I say, now I'm gonna get this power up here. Whoa, no! Hey, yo. I do enjoy this 2020 platforming classic. Oh no! Don't enjoy getting burnt to death in this 2020 platforming classic. But other than that, great game. Wouldn't change a thing. Oh, there's an extra life up there. That is really hard to get to. But if it wasn't, then I guess it wouldn't be that hard. Oh, is that really it? For some reason I thought this was a longer level. I might be thinking of the next one. So this area has some decent challenges. Uh-huh. I do enjoy how cocky he sounds. Uh-huh. Job, Cocky Crash. But yeah, no, this is just what I needed today. Just kind of a simple Crash 4 stream to, you know, wet my whistle for tomorrow's retro festivities or retivities. I got them. Like I said, the only announcement I have so far to make is that there'll be no retro trivia. I don't think anyone's going to really lose any sleep over that. Hit the Road. I do enjoy Hit the Road. There are the side levels, too, like where you play as Tawna and other characters. We may or may not check those out, depending on how far I get today, which I'm not planning to beat this game today, because this is actually one of the longer platforming games I've ever played, which, again, is a credit to that. Credit to this game for having so many great levels. Some longer than others, but all ultimately enjoyable in the name of maximum crashitude. More Crash Bandicoot action right now. Oh, here we go. It's loading. It's loading something fierce here. I think this is the last level before the boss. I could be wrong. Yes, I think this is. I love this music. Yeah, I think this is the last. Could be the last level before the boss. Yeah, I generally, the only levels that I try to get all the crates in is like maybe the first level, maybe like one other level here and there. Like I generally am not that interested in getting all the crates in these levels. Hey, yo. Fire. There's also the flashback tapes. I've not got nearly all those because some of them are like later in the level and you can't get them unless you don't die by a certain point. That's a whole other thing, though. Yo. Yeah, if anyone wants to talk a little Crash, maybe their favorite 2D or 3D platformers from back in the day, always stuff like that on the table. Definitely happy to oblige on those topics, and we'll have plenty of time to talk about that tomorrow as well during Retromania 73. The return to Retropolis, which, as you guys know, is all the way over there. I don't know how I'm going to make it, but if I start today, I should be there by sometime tomorrow afternoon. Coming to you live. Or we can just crawl into that nitro crate. Either way. Whatever tickles your fancy the most. Dead. Oh, I was going to say, it kind of just negated my own attack there. My own... Oh, no! Really, I'm dead. Dead. I guess we can try this bonus round again for now. We'll see how that goes right now. Or maybe not. I really don't know. Wee. Got him. Hey-oh. Don't know if I like the fact that I just made a bunch of nitro crates spawn, but... Okay, there we go. Blow them up. Okay, that might actually clear them all. can't get the bonus on top of it. Getting close to that elusive 99 lives, and then after that, well, you can't get any more lives. You can lose more lives, don't worry about that. Those lives will be deducted right from your total, that's for damn sure. Dead. Fire. Dead. Took way too long to rev up that attack. Okay, this is the level I thought we had missed. Obviously, we haven't missed it yet. Where you have to, like, kind of do some platforming around and stuff. And I believe you even get the Vanishing Platform power up briefly. Maybe not. Shit. We'll see how that goes momentarily. Oh, no! Wipe out. That's why it's always important to hold on to those lives, especially in the later levels. You'll need them. Well, I don't think we have to worry too much about the later levels right now. We just try to survive these. I love this game, though. I do. Always have. Even with how ridiculously difficult it gets toward the end, I mean, because let's face it, we all expected that. How low does this platform get? Yeah, I'm gonna say low enough for that fire to hit me on the way back up. Oh no! I love the lighting here. I always have. Yo, what up, Shads? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining us. A little Crash 4 celebration before we get ready for the retro rejuvenation with Retromania 73. Looking forward to another great year of retros. Tomorrow, you know, still going to be a great one. Maybe not like as fancy as some of them, but just kind of a nice down to earth, back to basics type of retro experience. Just me falling through platforms, you know, same as always. Hey, yo. I only have 94 lives. Can I do it? Find out momentarily. Like, even though I know, like, how this level's gonna go, it's still always a challenge, and a fun one at that. Yo, yo! But we're not even to my favorite part of the level yet, although we're almost there. Ooh, that was close. Hey, yo! Yep, here we go. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sabotage! Time to jump into this ball here. Kind of a reference to, what is it, Wrath of Cortex? Say some of these rolling ball levels. This one, though, I think is a really creative, fun chase level. You know I enjoy me some chase levels. And this game does have some good ones without them getting too obnoxious. Really, just like everything that didn't work about the original Crash games, they refined, and then they came up with some new things on top of that. I think it's such a great game. I'm going to keep saying that, but this is the pinnacle of Crash Bandicoot to me. And this is the game to beat if they ever decide to make another one, which I would be absolutely all over. Again, I don't think, and I know I'm in the minority here, I don't think they need to reinvent the wheel here. Like, I don't think they need to make another one that's like Crash of the Titans or anything. I'm not, like, trying to cast any problems with that game, but, like, I don't think they really needed that. Like, I think this is fine. They can add more playable characters if they want. You know, they have Dingo Dial and some other ones in this game. Like, they can do that, but I don't really think you need to really do much more. Just new environments, new power-ups, whatever. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I don't really think they need to make, like, an RPG out of this, right? Like, I think what they have is such a good foundation that whoever takes the helm of this franchise going forward, because I think Toys for Bob might be out, unfortunately, but whoever takes over, I think, really needs to look at what worked about the originals, what worked about this game, and just work on that. You know, I'm not saying there's no room to add anything. You don't want to just make this game again, but That's just how I am. That's, as the game purist here. Certain things I think, you could always evolve, but to what point, does it stop being recognizable? Anyway, I'm just nitpicking right now. I'm happy we got this game. It's a 4-year-old game now, 5-year-old almost. Still one of my absolute favorites, so. That's what a good game should be. Just doing it up. Doing it up Gary's way. So yeah, I think the next level is going to be the boss level. Happy I finished it too. Yeah, it's a great game. Stage dive. Alright, this is the boss level. And what a boss level it's going to be. Oh, it was absolutely frustrating at parts. I'm not going to deny that. There's actually a couple of the Cortex levels I either didn't finish or I just they were awful. Like the last two. The one in the Cortex lab and then the other one before that in the space station. But, I mean, for the most part, this game knows how to do it. The bosses are even tolerable. I'm not a big fan of Crash Bandicoot bosses, but most of these bosses are pretty good. Finishing it, well, yeah, I mean, compared to the rest, as I get nuked by this boss, but compared to some things, yeah. The level you go forwards while stuck... Is that like toward the end of the game? I think I know what you're talking about. It's like the Cortex blimp or something. That level is awful. I mean, the idea was kind of cool, but it just went on too long, and I was like completely just like super nervous the entire time. I do like that the bosses have checkpoints now, so if you lose in the second and third hit, you don't have to start the whole fight again. God damn it. Which we're about to see that right now. I think that's actually a level where you play as Cortex at the beginning, and then you play as Crash at the end. So, I mean, I did like that they incorporated the other characters. They didn't always gel with me, but still good content. Ouch. I'm getting my ass kicked here. I don't really play the bosses in this game that often, so I'm not as familiar with the patterns. Other than just don't get hit. Ouch! More right now. Oh, do you mean chasing Cortex on the snow mountain? That was a fun level, actually. Although the boss after that can be a little annoying. Chasing Cortex. That is really annoying. Now it's time to get this power up. Crow completed it to the mad. Yeah, I'm sure he did. That is pretty mad. Whoa! Alright. Ouch! I'm gonna say these are gonna be pretty annoying now. They love these little discs that they zap at you. Oh, we're checking. Ouch. Check how many times I've died. I'll tell you, 6. I do like when it tells you how many times you die, because there's some levels I've died like 50-something times, but I still end up having more than 50 lives because of how many lives the game spams at you. Although the bosses are the exception to that, because you can't really get extra lives in the bosses so easily. If at all. This is not a concert I personally would attend, but hey, more power to you if you like it. This wouldn't be my kind of thing. It's no Genesis show. Which we've just learned our friend Bex had the pleasure of going to see Genesis. Watch out. When Phil Collins was with the band briefly there in the 2010s. There we go. I didn't finish the relics. Oof, that would be tough. Because then that's like when you get the 106%, right? Like it's just some weird Crash Bandicoot lore. How you can get 100% or you get 106%. Dead. Oh, not dead. He's got one more hit, I think. Yep, he's got another hit. God damn it. Not sure if my PS4 is plugged in. Well, mine is, and I'm using it right now. Jeez. I can't get up. Fuck. Got him. You really can check also on the phone if you want to know at any point how bad or good you were at Crash Bandicoot 4. Hold on, checking. I already know I'm bad at this game. Alright, that's enough of that. We get the point. We beat him. I didn't realize you saved the spinning guy now. I thought you save another one because I thought the pirate ship level was next. But we'll find out right now. Pirate ship level is fun. I don't know if we're going to get to see that one, but if we do, look out. We might. That's what I loved about playing this game the first time, is you really didn't know what was coming next. It looks like it is the pirate one. I do love the pirate zone area thing. Had a weird, like, Donkey Kong Country feel to it, the whole thing. Not just because of the barrels, although those certainly helped. But anyway, more Crash Bandicoot 4 right now. It's about time we played this again. When we do, look out, because we're playing. Hey, yo. Ooh. That would be interesting. I feel like he would be like in shootout levels or something, because I know there's a couple bosses that involve him in like a... That'd be interesting. I mean, they had Dingo Dial playable in this one, which I didn't think we'd get a Dingo Dial playable character. There's definitely still more places to take the franchise. I mean, while still staying within this kind of admittingly narrow rubric. We'll see what the future holds for Crash and his friends. I'm hoping we don't go like another 10, 20 years before a new one. I feel like a new one's got to be closer than not. Like whether or not it follows up on this one or it's something else entirely. He really is known for rockets. Yeah, that could be fun. I mean, I have nothing against breaking up the gameplay, having different gameplay styles. I didn't even mind Cortex in this. I mean, for what he was, he didn't get used that much. But when he did, he was decent enough. Dingo didn't have his flamethrower. That's true, actually. I forgot about that. But, I mean, I liked the, you know, using the vacuum pack to suck up explosive barrels. I thought Tawna was actually the best playable character besides Crash. She had some really cool moves and just had a different kind of feel to her while still being a platforming character. But I also like Dingo Dial. Cortex is probably the weakest of the playable ones, but still decent. His levels just felt a little more puzzle-based compared to the other ones. Yeah, Cortex was the worst one. I don't know if it's because of his levels or just, I don't know. It was whatever. I do enjoy this Crash Bandicoot classic. It's weird to call a game that's like 4 years old a classic, but it really is. It's one of those games I just knew as soon as I started playing it. I'm like, yeah, this is what I want to play. Like, this is what Crash Bandicoot needs to be, like, forever now. Like, I would love them to make a new Rayman game like this. Like, the last 3D Rayman game was Hoodlum Havoc. It's playable. Yeah, he probably was. I mean, I'll admit that I'm not, like, huge into every Crash Bandicoot thing. Like, I really only play the main games. I'm somewhat familiar with, like, Wrath of Cortex. I've heard Mind Over Mutant or whatever wasn't that good. I heard Twin Sanity was actually decent. I just never played it. Heard it was funny, if nothing else. I mean, I give him credit for trying. I just wasn't as big a fan of the games where I was going to do anything to play them, and there we go, dying already. Skylanders, I know... Well, that was like a Spyro game, right? With different playable characters from both Crash and Spyro universes. And I never got super into Spyro, so I can't say with any certainty how good or bad that game was. Yo, yo, yo! You can tell I'm not trying at all to get, like, all the freaking crates and whatever, because I'd have to take both routes to do it. See, Twin Sanity, it looks okay. I don't like it. I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be, like, the funny one. Like, it's got, like, mine was supposed to be, like, Ratchet and Clank with, like, how meta it can be at times. But, like, that to me is not really what I expect from Crash. Still looks better than, like, Mind Over Mutant or the other one. Wasn't there, like, two... Mind Over Mutant and something else. Crash of the Titans, I think, were, like, the two games that had, like, the same art style. No, I messed that up. Damn it. When you try to undo a jump that you already know you've committed to. That's what happened right there. It's not like Twin Sanity's that hard a game to find. I just don't feel like playing it. I think it was on GameCube or PS2. Does it? I mean, it just, to me, I don't like the whole, like, Crash and Cortex stuck together mechanic, which I feel like is, like, half the game, if not more. So that's my whole thing about, like, why would I not want to play that? Well, that's why. Watch out. Watch out for this thing with underwear. See if we can do something here. I don't know. Wrath of Cortex I actually think is like an underrated game. I'm not going to say it's a masterpiece, but it's got some fun moments in there. It's like an hour long. Alright, I'll see that. I guess that depends on what you're looking for, but I'd like it to be a little longer than that. I mean, I know the old ones weren't that long, but I don't know. Whatever. That's kind of where the whole argument, like, how long you want the game to be comes into play. Like, I don't mind if a game is a few hours long, as long as those few hours are really good. But, like, an hour long, I have a lot of trouble justifying that, unless it's, like, a Super Nintendo game. Like, I really can't justify, like, a 40-minute to an hour-long game. I mean, I assume that includes cutscenes, too. Like, unless that hour is, like, the best hour of gaming ever made, I have trouble with that. And I'm not a length guy. Like, I'm not like, oh, the game's got to be 40 hours long or I don't want it. Like, no, I'm fine with it being shorter, but... Like, this game to me is, like, the perfect length. Like, at times it almost is too long, but it's great. Like, there's very little filler in this game, I find. The only filler in this game, really, is when you have to redo levels as other characters, and then it switches back to Crash, and it feels like kind of just a hard mode. That you could argue is a little bit of a filler, but even that has enough new content that it feels like another level. But then the other side of it is you have a whole game that's only an hour long. Like, it's almost... I might have needed some filler on that one. I don't know. I feel like Sonic and the Secret Rings was the same deal, where the main game really wasn't that long, except they added a bunch of missions to make it seem longer. But otherwise, you're just in the same 5 areas. Nah, it probably isn't that short. I'm super used to it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. That's where, to me, the quality has to really win me over if it's going to be a shorter game. Well, yeah, Oh, they had inverted levels back then, too? I know they do in this game. Which, the inverted levels I like more for the different art styles and the fact that they're actually backwards. Which I know is kind of the main draw, but... That's a lot of crates. Woohoo! Woohoo! What's the first game to have inverted levels? Was that it? Oh, and this. Okay. Well, yeah, that is filler. That's true. I don't know why I don't consider that filler, though, because that's, like, optional. Like, that. I mean, like, filler, like, in order to progress, you have to do, like, a certain number of missions. Like, that to me is optional filler. It's like, yeah, if you want 100% it, sure, but I don't necessarily want 100% it. It's just kind of a nice little bonus to have if I'm into that. Or there's some inverted levels I like, there's some I don't like. But, like, then there's this, too, like, Thar She Blows, but now it's, Dingo Dial, whatever. Like, that's a fun level, but it's also just the same level with Dingo Dial in it now. Hook, Line, and Sinker I absolutely love, though. It's one of my favorite levels. And I also just like the visual filters and some of the other effects they add onto the inverted levels, like making enemies faster. Or in the last level, I think it looks like a 16-bit game, or it sounds like a 16-bit game with all the pixel effects. That's cool. Like, it's not gonna move the needle, but it's a fun little effect. Which, again, I mean, I'm not disagreeing. That is filler content, no matter how you look at it. The timeline levels are different. Yeah, they are. But I don't think you have to play those either to beat the game. Like I did, but I don't think you had to. Like after you unlock the characters, they become available. But right now, as you can see, I'm just kind of going from point A to point B. I doubt I'm gonna make it past like World 3 or 4, just because I don't know how long I'm gonna stream tonight. But yeah, the one with the water. Yes, the future levels that turn it into a water thing. Because that's not just a water effect. It also changes how high you jump and slows things down, speeds them up. Yeah, it's annoying. Definitely the weakest of the filters or whatever you want to call it. It's really all they should have been is just filters. They shouldn't have been like actual gameplay altering things. I'm fine with them being filters. Like the cell shaded filter in the ice level. Yeah, Scarecrow knows his Crash 4, I gotta say. Really bringing back memories of the things I liked and didn't like about this game, which there were some, like I mentioned. Oh no! Me dying? That's not good. I don't like that. I do enjoy mods cut the fat. Well, there's not too much fat in this game, but there is some. I mean, I'm not talking about the... Yeah, I know the inverted levels could be considered that, but... In terms of, like, the actual game. My only thing that I would have done is change the timeline levels so that you just play as the other character. I wouldn't have added the part where you play as Crash at the end, because that just kind of makes it seem a little like you're just repeating the level, but... That's just whatever. Oh, no. I'm dead again. Or even somehow just incorporate them. Like, if you're gonna have the timeline levels, just have it. So just have one or the other. Like, have it be Dingo Dial playing the first half of the level, Crash playing the second half, or just don't. Like just have it be Crash by himself. I don't know. But I mean, I do like that they show like how certain events happen. I'm not against that. I don't know why I'm sucking at this so bad right now. What? Crash Team Rumble, really? I mean, I never played it, but I know it was like kind of didn't come out like I don't know, a couple of years after Crash 4, but I know it was like that same art style. I never played it. I mean, I always thought it was a spin-off anyway, so if it did well, great. If it didn't, I didn't think it was going to have any bearing on the overall franchise. It was just a spin-off party game. It's kind of like saying Sonic Rumble would kill the Sonic franchise. Like, it's just, you know, it's another game in the franchise, but it's not one that's supposed to, like, really make or break it. It's not a blockbuster game. It's actually a pretty cheap game from what I understood in terms of, like, how much it was to buy it. At least I think. I don't think it retailed at $60. I think it retailed like 40 or something, and since then it's gone down way in price. Rope. Whee! Ouch! Alright, well, it was exciting till then. But again, I haven't played... I've always thought about playing Team Rumble, but I feel like by now there's like no player base. Like, even if I wanted to buy it, like, what would I do? Because it's only multiplayer, right? Like, there's not a single-player component to it. It's only it's that enjoyable, I mean, from what I understand. Unless they added more to it, because that was the main complaint when it first came out, is that there wasn't, like, a lot to do. So I thought maybe they would have added more modes in the time since then, because the game's been out a couple of years now. I completely forgot which way to go here. Most people agree that Team Rumble should have been a game mode. Yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like there's not enough there to be a standalone game. But I like those kind of games. I mean, it could have even worked in this game. Okay, I don't know which way to go here. Yeah, okay. Well, oops. I don't know which way to go, so ouch. Down I go. Down goes Frazier. It's like the one thing I really like about this level, I also don't like about this level, which is the camera angle is changing so often. There we go. So cool, though. I like dynamic levels like that. This is definitely like Astrobot, like hard mode. Like, this is not an easy game. But it still brings a lot of creative ideas to the table. I think Astrobot was obviously on the easier side, but higher quality, ouch. More creative ideas at times. COVID basically fucked the release date. It came out 2 years late. That I didn't know it was that late, but I knew it was like being developed during COVID, so I knew that meant it wasn't going to come out on time. Which also, I think COVID delayed Sonic Frontiers by about a year, but I'm also just tired of Sega sometimes, so I'm just like, put the damn thing out, Sega. Woo! Alright, took some risky jumps there, just having to pay off for the most part. It looks like plastic sporks. Forks and knives popping out of the, whatever they call that area there. Yeah, a lot of stuff I didn't know about Crash Team Rumble. I know, like I said, it just kind of came out. I wasn't super hyped about it to begin with. I mean, it's kind of like put a few rounds into Sonic KO. I do want to play Sonic Rumble at some point. I'm hoping it comes to consoles. I know it's on, like, PC, but if it's basically what I think it is, which is Sonic Fall Guys, I'd play that. I've been saying for years Sega needs a Sonic Fall Guys, just as a cheap way to kind of get the franchise, you know, out there. Not that Sonic necessarily needs more promotion at this point. They already have movies and everything else. But if they ever needed more, there you go. I'm pretty easily impressed, so I think even like a decent Sonic knockoff of Fall Guys would do it for me.
Eyes on target.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not on Switch, but then again. So 0.3 play, not even a whole player, not even half a player. And those players are probably dead now, so we can't even talk to them. Pity. I still want Sonic Dream Team. I want Sonic Dream Team to get off a freaking Apple exclusive or whatever. That looks like a great game. It doesn't look like a long game, but it looks like it would be like a fun time for a couple hours. I mean, I'd play it. How many Sonic games are like 2 or 3 hours or less? I still enjoy them. Just their thumbs. Yeah, it's just their thumbs are left on the controller. Severed thumbs. I have this on PS5 because of PS5. Hey, yo. I do enjoy Jetboard Jetty. I really do. I almost never play this level, but it's a fun one. It's a bit of a longer one, too. I feel like they made the pirate levels a little bit longer because this pirate zone or world, whatever you want to call it, is not, in general, as many levels as the other ones. But nonetheless, still a fun time. Still good times had by all. The best part is, after this stream is over, I'll be converting a lot of my graphics over to the Retromania stuff, getting ready for that stream. Doesn't take too long, though. Get the intro ready. All that great stuff so that when I go online tomorrow at 2, I'm ready to go, and hopefully so will you, for the 73rd episode of Retro. So for the Relic, I would never go for the Relic on any of these. But more power to you if you can. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. There's also a hidden gem route, which I have unlocked, which I'll probably attempt like once, and if I don't beat it, so be it. Because I'm not that kind of life here. And we're not about that completionist life here on the Chaos Blur Network. We just play the game, and that's it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Tough shit. We ain't beating it. I mean, we'll beat it maybe. If we're lucky, we'll beat it. But forget about anything more than that. You'll get what you get, and you might like it. You might not. I don't know. But yeah, this is a long level, so I can see where this would be a problem. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Oh, yeah. That was very disappointing. Whee! Also very disappointing. It's like, I don't really need an extra life at this point, but I'll go for the bonus round anyway. Because, why not? More bonus life. Or more bonus level right now. And no bonus life. Oh, jeez, alright. Wow. Now that I didn't really need either of those extra lives, but I mean, I'll take them, but once your total goes to 99 lives, doesn't matter. Oh no! Well, now it matters. Nitro! I just realized that. I'm like, wait, I can't hit those. I mean, I can, but that's what'll happen. Hey, yo! My favorite chocolate. Ooh. Probably Kit Kats or something like. Something in that Halloween family of Kit Kats or Reese's, which are very popular here. Whoa, watch out. Now it's time for the jetboard part. I love that they brought back the jetboard, even if it's just for these, this level. I think there's another one later on that might use it. Never a bad time for a little jetboard action, though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, there's the gem root. Alright, we'll try it, but... yeah. I like Toblerone. I've not had Toblerone in a while, but... on the rare occasion that it pops up, I'll give it a go. I don't mind the taste of Toblerone. Okay. Watch out. Watch out. Okay. Whoa! Hello. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I actually made it through that one, too. I also have the yellow gem root unlocked, which is a reference to Road to Nowhere, which I could have done without, but nice callback, I guess. The other one is the blue one. I've not unlocked that one. I probably never will, because I'm never going to beat that level without hitting any boxes in the entire level. But if I was, well, I would have a real problem. There you go. I didn't even know they made a golden caramel one. Checkpoint. That's what I really wanted there, was a checkpoint. I got one. Alright, now I gotta avoid this nonsense. Watch out, enemy! Yeah, we have Cadbury here. I don't get it that often, but not bad. You're naming like the not rare, but the harder to find chocolates around here. They are options. Ouch! God damn it again. Bonk. Watch out. Oh boy. Oofa. Whee! Yahoo. They really are the main one there. Whoa, boy. Whoa, boy. Oh, no! Ah. Alright, watch out. Bonk. There's a mini boss at the end of this level as well. Game really is crash-tastic. Ciao. Ciao. Oh, I was so close. I completely discounted that last cannon. Oh my god. I was like, well, we made it through all that, right? What's gonna happen now? Nothing, that's what. We're gonna get hit by that cannonball. That's what's gonna happen. Holy cow, not much else I can say about that. Just enjoy the cannonball. And I did not enjoy it at all. Wow. This part here's the hardest part. Just trying to get away from these. Yeah, this part I expect to get it on. But I was like right there. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, it kind of was. Oh, that sucked. I did not feel good about that ink. Yeah, I can't imagine having stick drift on this part. Even it feels like I have stick drift just with how the currents go, but... Oh my god, that was ridiculous. Oh, that enemy took care of itself. This one did not. Oh no! Oh, this is gonna be brutal. More brutality right now. Alright, I got Nakalako at least. Now I can take at least one hit, so if that same thing happens toward the end, joke's on the game, I'll survive. Maybe. Maybe not, I really don't know. And I just took a hit on nothing. Not nothing, but something that I had no business taking a hit on, so that kind of sucks. Kind of sucks the spirit out of that one, huh? Crap. Can you please hit one of those and just blow up for me? Come on. Oh, really? Really? You're not going to be a nice little whatever and blow up for me? There you go. Okay, I made it. All that just to get to the freaking boss at the end of this. Which is not a hard, but well, I shouldn't say that based on how this has been going. Really the only mid-level boss or end-level boss in the game. Every other boss is its own thing. But they decided to make this one special. A little special occasion. Alright, got one hit on Luis. What? Ouch! Ah, man, I even hit the boss after my death. Not a lot of good that's gonna do me now. Hey, yo. I won't ask to borrow this. Alright, well, thank you, Mega Man. It's a fun game. It really is. You're witnessing one of the hardest levels in said game, but it is a fun game. Presuming you enjoy old school platformers. Holy crap. Alright, hold on. Oh no! Oh, wait, no. Oh, that did hit me. Watch out, watch out! No, no! Oh god, oh, this is terrifying. I mean, what a great game. Oh, that's not me living. Well, then I got good news for you if you like calamari. Come on, somebody hit that. There you go. She's dead. Fun is relative. I think this game's a blast. I mean, I've been playing it for, what, almost an hour and a half now? God knows I've played it a million times before, but it's one of those games you don't get tired of. I'm gonna say, like, you're always gonna have a good time with this. Randy eats clam strips. I love clam strips. And I love calamari. Too bad he's dead. I am gonna miss Randy. Especially tomorrow. You know, Retromania is not gonna be the same without him. Moving on. We got the next world of this game coming up here. How you doing, Mega Man? Thank you for joining. A little Crash 4 excitement here. It's about time. It's about time we played Crash 4. It's about time. I mean, granted, I played it before, but now I'm really playing it. Yeah, this one goes out to Randy. Ah, I almost dropped my controller. But I didn't. I held on to the controller. How did he die? It's better if we don't know. Mainly because I don't know how he died. I joke, I am philosophical. Hey, yo. Alright, we got Give It a Spin as the next level here. We're going to give it one right now. You fragmented the disc, which, wow! Alright, well, there you go. So, very dark fate for our very own Randy3336, who may or may not have ever been on a stream since, like, December. I mean, we've not seen him in probably going on a month now. I mean, it was one thing when it was, like, 2 or 3 streams, but now it's been, like, a pretty consistent hiatus from the Chaos Blur Network. I think it's almost an attempt by IDM Pod to take over. Do I know Randy in real life? No. Do I know if he exists? Technically not. This is not real. Randy is not dead. We just don't know where he is. I don't know where he is. Mega Man may know where he is. I don't know where he is. At least I hope he's not dead. I guess I can't confirm that either. Hey, yo. Who can ever tell? See, that's the thing. I keep telling you this, Mega Man / IDM Pod. Like, people don't know when you're joking or not. And I mean, I do, because I know you a little better, but to your average, everyday person, you know, it's like, well, is this person just talking about death like it's some everyday occurrence? Yeah, what'd you do today? Oh, you know, just died. I mean, yeah, it's possible anybody could die. Was he my first? I don't know if he was my first viewer. He was, like, one of my more consistent ones. He's probably my first viewer that, like, I didn't know personally. Like, I'd say probably Toaster and Rim are probably my first viewers. Like, people that I actually knew where I was like, hey, I'm streaming. Come check it out. Probably Jeffachu after that, because, again, I knew him, but I still know him. I had never gotten the flashback tape? That is surprising. But anyway. But yeah, Randy was probably, like, the first person that I met on here that, like, I didn't know before. Like, and I still have never met him, but yeah, I would say he's, like, my first, like, you know, viewer that I didn't know, like, in person. I probably. At a time unannounced, convenient to Randy, that's about it. Whoa! We can find out what happened there. If we play the timeline variant of this level, we can see why that just happened. I joke about his absence. Yes, the joking is hilarious. I like the part where you joke that he's dead. That made me laugh. Wowzers. LOL. Oh no! Ah! Oh, that's Dr. Embryo. I like they brought back all the classic Crash villains to this. As I drink absinthe. There's something I've heard of. This level gave me a lot of trouble the first time I played it, because this is another one of those, like, kind of trolling levels where it's like, don't hit this button or you'll die, and, like, your natural instinct is to hit the button that you hit most of the game, so you have to be careful, you know, in this case, not to, well, do that. See me for a month, would you? I would not, but you're also not Randy. And I also know you got stuff going on with your family and everything. I mean, I'd miss you. I feel like there have been a couple of weeks or a month where we haven't seen you in a while, but I always kind of figure, especially since Queen Bee's also here sometimes on your behalf, that everything's going pretty well with you. I mean, yeah, I would probably get worried if a lot of time went by. God damn it again. I get worried that something might have happened to you. Well, probably not as drastic as Randy's fake disc slipping accident, but you never know. What if I didn't show up? Well, if you didn't show up, Shads, I'd be afraid that maybe something happened, like some kind of accident, where maybe you had to end up in a wheelchair. I would probably be worried about that. But other than that, I think even if you were in a wheelchair, I think you'd find a way to show up to my streams. Because that's just the kind of guy you are. But I pray that doesn't happen to you. You wouldn't be missed. Wow, alright, we're just going that way with it. Wow, alright, I guess I can't reach that. I'd miss you. I'd miss you. But I'd also want you to take care of yourself if you somehow ended up in a wheelchair, because that would be kind of the main priority there. Right? I mean, I think, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being something else entirely. I don't know. God damn it. Oh, I got an extra life, then I lost it. I'd miss polluted. Hey, yo, that means he's gonna shoot him. Hey, yo, not shoot him very effectively, I might add. Polluted Turtle may or may not be on this stream. Like, it's one of those where he might show up for like a second or two. It just has that feel to it. Why did I decide to go this way again? I did not have to go that way. Oh, root beer. I do have root beer, by the way. I was in the mood for root beer. It's not A&W, though. It's knockoff. It's knockoff root beer. It's B&W. But it still plays the part, I guess. Wait, did I miss something? Are you a new user? So, I'm not at the liberty to say who they may or may not be. I'm actually a little surprised myself that they're using that username, given the day of the week that it is. But I don't know. Ooh, that was close. I did not think I was going to make that jump. But at the end of the day, I somehow did. Don't worry about it. It's my channel. I don't even know what happens half the time. By half the time, I mean most of the time. By most of the time, I mean who the hell are any of you people? Oh, no. Oh, he redeemed it. All right. Well, we don't have any Germans in the stream right now, but we're going to do for the next 5 minutes. Sorry, everybody who doesn't speak German, and I'm sorry if you do speak German. I'm actually more sorry if you speak German, because you'll have to hear this nonsense. It seems the Stream Deck has gone to sleep, so I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Where is it? Let's put 5 minutes on the clock and put everybody's mental acuity up to the task here, as I will be speaking German for 5 minutes, starting at a time that is announced. Oh, no, wait. Oh, it's too late now, because I gotta find it. I mean, there's nothing to find. I just gotta put the clock on. Yeah, I'm getting there, Crash. Hold on a second. Well, Zero just redeemed Uberdeutsch, which means that I have to speak German for the next 5 minutes. If I can ever find the frickin' clock that would allow such a thing. Mega Man is out of line. Uh-oh. I can talk English for now, but once I start this, it's going to be 5 minutes of stupidity. Yeah, it'll be lustig. Yes, es wird lustig sein. Ich stimme dir zu. I don't know. Ich weiß nicht, hold on, I'm not ready yet. Alright, where the hell is it? Okay, here we go. Es fängt jetzt an. Drama, oder 9. Okay. Lass uns zurück zum Spiel gehen. Viel Glück. Ah, das ist die Niveau. Ich glaube so. Alles klar? Ich bin mir nicht sicher, was du hast davon das gemeint, aber okay. Mehr. Gerade jetzt. Was? Salah! Nein, nein, ich habe das nicht gesagt. Viel Glück, danke schon. Was für ein Niveau ist das? Na, naja, ich stimme dir zu. Ich bekomme etwa, komische Anschauen. Das ist ein Drache. Das ist ein Drache. Überqueren wir diese Brücke, die kaputt ist. Vielleicht willst du merken, ich spreche weniger. Ist das es? 316? Oder... Okay, Scheiß. Das blaue Dement, ja. Ja, das suchen wir. Wir wahrscheinlich, bekommen wir das nicht. Ja, die bekommen wir ganz bestimmt nicht. Nein. Ich bin gefallen. Dieses Niveau ist schon, schwierig. Pass auf. Hey, ich vergesse, manchmal vergesse ich, dass Zero und Shads Deutsch sprechen. Nein? Ich weiß nicht, was ich mache. Schade. Oh! Wirklich? Ich dachte, es Niveau war. Aber Level ist Level? Ich wusste das nicht. Interessant. Klingt gut. Ei, das war nicht gut. Schade. Oder meinte das Wort Niveau etwas anderes? Naja, es macht Spaß zu spinnen. Wohin gehen wir? Ich bin verloren. Okay. Scheiß. Ich vergesse es auf. Sogar dich? Wirklich? Scheiße. Alright, time's up. Sorry. Sorry you all had to suffer through that. Now, I thought Niveau meant level. I really did. But I guess if level means level, then I'll take that too. That was 5 minutes of semi-accurate, okay German. Actually, out of all the times I've done that one didn't seem to take as long. Like, that did not drag on as much. Maybe because I was more focused on the game, but... The last couple I've been like, shit, how much longer do I have on this? It was okay. It was not as bad as some of them. I don't know if spinning is the word to spin, by the way, but I'm spinning. Like, ich spinne. Like, which means something else. It means you're crazy if you say du spinnst. But, That was fun. I mean, that's a one-time redeem per stream, and it won't be in every stream. But, you know, I thought it'd be a fun little exercise. I was wondering, you know, Bex didn't redeem it, but now it's been redeemed. So, let that one... I think that's the first time somebody not named Toaster Cartridge has redeemed it. That's what I was trying to say in German, by the way. My rule with that is if I can't say it, I just don't say it. Where I was trying to say, I think this is the level with the blue gem. Which, if it is, that really sucks, because this whole level is about spinning. Ish. You turn around? Turn around, everybody's doing stuff, and then they don't know why they are doing stuff. How's this song end up in my stream so often? Anytime someone says turn around, I just end up like going right into that song. Spin is... Oh, it is drehen? Okay. Well, what's bewegen? That's the turnaround? Drehen, okay. Ich kann das erinnern. Wait, I don't have to keep doing that. Alright. Sometimes I forget. I'm like, I don't have to keep speaking German. Warum? I mean, I would probably speak German longer if I knew, like... I don't want to, like, annoy all my English people, though. But I would probably speak it longer just to do it. But then it's like, well, who's gonna watch that? Like, it's not good enough German for German people to understand, and English people are gonna be like, what the fuck am I watching? It's kind of like the whole question of my demographic. Like, who's my demographic? It's not like retro gamers, because I don't just play retro games. It's not modern gamers, because I don't play a lot of modern games. I don't play a lot of shooting games. I don't have a set demographic. I don't play a lot of, like, multiplayer, like, Fortnite-type games. I'm about to die. I die a lot in this one. In this particular level. So forget about, you know, not hitting any crates. Like... Shit. Bobby's demo, or kindergarten. Hey! I mean, even then, I used too many swear words for that. So for 5 minutes, I do German. The rest of the time, we're doing friggin' English curse words. Fuck that. God damn it again. For Scheiß wieder. I'll give you no coins to speak English. That's fine. I will ask for no coins. It's not like I get these coins. It's not like I make any money from you guys redeeming these things. Like, oh yeah, you just spent like 20,000 coins on this. Guess what? I still don't get any money for that. I don't see any, like, eventual revenue from the Chaos coins. They're not real coins. They're not currency in this or any other country, as far as I know. Imagine there's a country somewhere that actually uses Chaos coins as currency. Hey, I've got, like, 10,000 Chaos coins. What can I buy with that? A candy bar. That's still more than I thought I could buy. I'll give you no coins, and I will not come again. This level actually kind of sucks. Like, there's a lot going on in this. God, oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Really? 1,000 euros for one Bitcoin? Oh, Bitcoin. Okay, I was gonna say, the way that was spelled, it looked like it was Bitcoin. Damn it. This is eminently frustrating. Yep, that's the symbol there. That means that in order to get that gem, you have to get no crates, which to me seems impossible. Yeah, our many moderators, as you know, they are very strict. They really are not strict at all. Uh-huh. So obnoxious with that. He's like, uh-huh. And I'm like, yeah, Crash, just, yeah, chill out, man. This is coming from the guy who lives on Retromania in its various iterations. Yes, we got Mega Man, we got IDM Pa, we got Zero, Shads. We representing here. Off balance. I knew there was another one. I knew there was another, whatever they call this. Trope. There were a lot of levels in this game, I gotta say. They were all pretty entertaining. pretty good. Wasn't sure how far I'd get in the game playing it for a couple hours, but we're about to find out right now. Ooh, whatever that is. I thought that was the Heo one. Is that a TNT crate? It really is a TNT crate. How do you have a TNT crate? You know what? Maybe I don't want to know. Maybe I do. I don't know. Hey, yo. I'm just waiting for the loading screen to end. But when it does, look out. There's some loading. Ooh. Pretty. Pretty fun looking level. I actually don't really like this boss that comes after this. Boss being Embryo. Yeah, any guesses on your reward? Hint, it involves you dying. Nice. Yeah, because you're a pretty big Crash fan as far as I know. I do enjoy these little balanced jump plates. I actually kind of wish these were in more of the game. They're not bad. They allow for some pretty cool platforming. Particularly in the 2 and 3D planes. Oh no! I really am dead again. Well, the life cometh, the life giveth away. Rebecca. Watch out. Oh, yeah. Whoa! Oh, yeah. I bought the first... I do enjoy... I've played the first one quite a bit. Crash Bandicoot Big Adventure. I had the second one. I didn't make it that far, and I think it was actually on an episode of Retro at one point. Wouldn't mind trying it out again, though. I think it's called, like, Entranced or something. What an entrancing experience it is. Oh, time for the Spin King. Made by Vicarious Visions. Yeah, I believe those are the ones. Bonus level. Oh, they're awesome. At least the first one is. I don't remember the second one so well. But if I did, look out. I do enjoy they're decent. That's a good way to sum them up. What do you think about that game? Ah, it's decent. What a decent game it may or may not be. Oh man, there's a lot of extra lives here, but you have to risk your butt to get them. Hey, yo! I like me now. Alright. Let's put a new spin on things. Nice shot. I'm gonna say, I've not played the second. I've played a little bit of the second one. First one is where I have more of my experience. It kind of felt like an easier Donkey Kong Country. While still having a lot of the stuff you remember from the original Crash games. Except in 2D. I always like the 3D models, though. I liked whenever the Game Boy Advance tried, like, slight 3D models on the 2D environment. Nice little touch there. Ouch. Say, I'm already back up to 99 lives. But a bitch ain't one. Oh no! Ah! Devastating. It's an extra life right there. Oh no! I really did burn up before I could even get it. Well, screw that then. Balance plate. Oh no! Oh, we got another subscriber. Thank you so much, Zero. 14 months, a sub right now. And a very grateful Chaos Blur also right now. I still got to determine what I'm going to do for my Subber Bowl, as I'm calling it. Which is the thing I got to do for the sub goal that I reached thanks to all you wonderful people on New Year's Eve last year. Going into this year. Okay, I just lost like 5 lives in a stupid short amount of time. I just lost 6 lives in a stupid short amount of time. It was. That was one of the craziest streams I've had, and it was like the last stream of last year. But it was ridiculous. It was fun anyway, but then like everyone just started doing the sub thing, and I'm just like, holy crap, I got like 10 subs here, 10 subs there. Everywhere a sub. I believe I did, yes. I still have yet to figure out what I want to put in those. I had trouble just coming up with the ones for the things I have. Now it's like, oh, there's more now? Oh, no! And now we're back to losing lives at a rapid pace. But if we weren't, oh boy, that'd be fun. Ouch! I don't know why I sounded so undignified about that. Ouch! Oh, it was very undignifying. Watch out, fire. Oh, what? I just walked into a nitro crate. God damn it again. I do hate walking into a nitro crate and then saying, oh, god damn it again. Ouch! Alright, well, at least that time I understood how I hit the nitro crate. I have more ideas. I have more tricks up my sleeve in terms of rewards and things. I don't want to get too crazy, but there's like some rewards that don't really get used that much that I feel like I could replace with new things. I don't know. I want to keep it fresh while also not overloading people with options. A couple new rewards even recently with the Uber Deutsch, the Deep Freeze, and the literally just added What a Hell, which is another fun little graphic that makes fun of one of my favorite moments so far this year with that bot teasing me with the whole What a Hell saying. So, I mean, I'm definitely all for, you know, having fun at my expense in terms of some of these past moments and whatever. As for the emote slots, I mean, that's something else that I'll look to fill up. I don't really have anything in mind right now, but I can always think of stuff. As I mentioned, and I kind of only mentioned it briefly because it's not going to be relevant to tomorrow, but I am planning like kind of a slight rebrand for Retromania, new logos, graphics, and everything. That probably won't take effect till like Retro 75 or so, maybe earlier, but we'll see. As I work on also finishing the Christmas videos and everything else from last year, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but, you know, the new year is here. You know, it's no longer like, oh, what am I going to do in 2025? Well, it is 2025, so we're going to just do it up the same way we always did. You know, I don't want it to be too crazy, but I also want people to know that, yes, I am still trying. I'm not just resting on my laurels here as I jump to my death, but I'm not just going to, you know, try to pump out the same stuff as last year. I want stuff to kind of evolve, if not slowly, you know, just kind of, you know, I always have this legacy, you know, this great legacy to, what do you call it, sustain, whether you like it or not. You know, Chaos Blur has been around a while here, can definitely fall back on that, if nothing else, but what about, you know, once in a while you might want something different? Well, we'll see. No drastic plans in the future, but we'll see. Yeah, we cleared that one. Paper cut. Now we gotta play Embryo. This is always an interesting one. We'll see how interesting right now. Okay. Trouble brewing. Here we go. Dr. Embryo. I actually never liked the Dr. Embryo fights. This is about the same as like the first games. Maybe it's slightly different, but hey, you know what? It is what it is, and we're gonna have a good time with it nonetheless. More right now. Hey, yo.
Just stay put while I test this.
Not really. I'm not doing that.
Hold still.
Really, I'm not doing that either. It's time to stop doing that.
For science.
Yeah, so far it's like exactly like the first fight. Just avoid his stuff and then hit his little things back at him. I'm so tired of science.
Fly, my gelatinous puppets. Fiddlesticks. Enjoy your trip.
Whoa! See, this is like the inverted variant of this level anyway. But now you're playing it as part of the boss.
Ooze your way to victory. Why?
Yeah, this isn't over.
Why don't people take me seriously?
Because you're an annoying villain. It's kind of one note, if I'm being honest. Yep, this is where it gets insane, just like in the main game. Oh, do I not get the... I thought I got the spinning power at this point. Oh, I really do. Dead. Well, not really. You gotta do it 2 more times. But still, then dead. Yeah, maybe dead. I don't know. I have a feeling that the last hit's probably going to be different. I don't know. I had not played this boss in a while, because I don't like it. The fact that the color scheme just changed, I don't think really has much of a bearing on things. Dead! Alright, maybe that fight was not as hard as I remember it. I swear the first time I played that fight, it was a lot more difficult. Yeah, then he mutates into some other weird thing that we'll never acknowledge. Even in the next game, he'll just be back to normal, and we'll just be okay with it. Because that's how we do it. I think we go to the... Is it the ice level next, or is it the carnival level next? I mean, either one is cool, but I really like the ice level. It is the carnival level. I mean, I like this level a lot. It's one of the longer levels in the game. And a super fun one at that. And we get some dingo dial action in this universe as well, but the ice level is like my favorite, or one of my favorites. But this one's cool too. Long story short, we're in for a good time no matter what. So, strap in, don't go anywhere. We are here on the eve of Retromania 73, streaming Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time, and it's about time we had a fun time here with the Blurs, so thanks for joining me here tonight. It's been great. And when I say night, I mean it is pretty dark right now. Yeah, that his Hulk mode adapts to his environment. It really does. But, yeah. Here we go. More right now. Crash is having a good time. And so are we. Wee, 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 wee. He really is that. Ooh, Spyro. Do 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 do. Watch out. Bum 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 bum. Shot again. Alright, I get it. The not-so-subtle cannon's telling me to get in the cannon spout there. In went the Bandicoot, and out he went. Well, wasn't... Oh, Crash 5. Yeah, I did hear that. I know there was a Crash and Spyro crossover on Game Boy Advance, the purple and orange games. Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me, to be honest. I mean, I don't know how much of it would have been Crash, how much of it would have been Spyro, but... I'm actually not a huge Spyro fan. Like, I played the games. They're okay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. They're not bad. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Definitely timed that jump wrong. Yeah, I mean, I heard all these crazy things about the Crash 5 leak, and I'm not saying that none of them are true, but it's kind of easy to, you know, when a game doesn't come out, it's kind of easy to go, oh yeah, it would have had this and this and this and this. It's like, well, yeah, we don't really know that, but I mean, even if it was going to, you're just kind of torturing us now by saying, like, oh, we're not making it now. Like, all right, cool. So here's what we might have made, but we'll never know. No, I mean, that does sound pretty cool, but again, we didn't even get, like, a Spyro 4, or whatever it would have been called. Like a sequel to the original trilogy. I know there have been other Spyro games besides the first 3. Just like there have been other Crash games besides the first 3. Some of which were decent. No! Some of which weren't as good. More, right now. Ouch! Alright, well, back to the dying palooza that we had been doing before. Ouch! Toys for Bob are still doing... Are they? Okay, no, I had heard rumors of a Spyro 4. I don't know how far that got, but... Yeah, good for them, you know? Like I said, I'm not like a huge Spyro fan, but I'm not going to say no to a new one. I mean, for the fans of Spyro that have had to wait even longer than... Whoa, okay, that was sinister. The fans of Spyro who have had to wait even longer than Crash fans did for a new game, I think that would be something nice. A full-fledged new game. I mean, I hope they wouldn't call Spyro 4. I know they call this Crash 4, but that's technically because I think Crash 3 was called Crash 3. The Spyro games... God damn it again. Spyro games, I think, all had different names after the first one. So I hope they come up with something else, like... Well, they better. I don't know how they'd have to, like, talk to... Who owns that license? Microsoft? They'd have to talk to whoever owns the license to do it, but... Alright, now I'm, like, afraid of the Jack-in-the-Boxes. I almost never used to get hit by that gimmick. Now I am getting hit by that gimmick. Yeah. I don't know, I was, like, obviously a lot bigger into Crash. God damn it. I was a lot bigger into Crash, like, during this time, the late 2010s into 2020. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not now, but I don't know. It seems like they had a really golden opportunity to kind of do, like, a new renaissance of Crash. That they could have done, like, a whole new trilogy starting with this game. And, you know, I'm not saying they still won't do something, but it just seems like that era might be on its way out now. Like, I don't know. Hopefully not, but... I feel like the next Crash game at this point, if there is one, is going to be very different from this game, which kind of disappoints me. But again, I can't really say that with any certainty, because nothing's really been announced. Want a new Spyro? Yeah, I mean, like I said, more power to the Spyro fans. I'm not going to, like, be against it. I'm not, like, huge into it, but... Be nice to see. I mean, how many freaking... There have been so many, like, platformers that... have been just completely forgotten about from the late 90s, early 2000s. Which is, like, hard to believe, like, 20, 25 years ago now. Damn it. God damn, I'm really getting my ass kicked here. See, you know what? I'm not going to go as far as completely dead. Only because, like, if Crash was completely dead, it was after, like, Mind Over Mutant. Like, there was a time I thought Crash was completely dead. I think there's been enough success in recent years, not counting the Team Rumble game, that somebody's going to pick it up. Someone else from Activision, something else is going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to be a great idea, but I think we'll get another Crash game in the next 5 years. I do. I don't know if it's going to be good, but I don't think it's completely dead. I think the character has more popularity than that. And I also don't think the Team Rumble game was that bad that no one wants to see him again. Well, Toys for Bob left, but there are how many other developers left? I mean, how many times has Crash changed developers? Naughty Dog, Activision, Vicarious Visions. Like, Toys for Bob didn't even do the Insane Trilogy, as far as I know. I mean, yeah, I would love Toys for Bob to return, but, I mean, they could still do it. I'm not saying it's going to be a great idea. It could end up being like, not to bring this up, but it could be like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, where somebody takes it over and does something completely off the wall with it, but... To say completely dead, that's pretty harsh. Because, I mean, I think of, like, completely dead franchises. I don't know. I'm almost close to putting Rayman in that category, and I love Rayman, but after the success that he had with Legends and Origins, how do you not make another one? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not saying Crash is like a big priority to Activision. I don't think it ever was, but I think that this game at least showed that the franchise still has legs. So, I don't know. I don't say completely dead. I say semi-dead. I say they, again, kind of botched the chance to have a new trilogy that they could have had with this game. Maybe, like, 2 more. I don't know. But, hey, it is what it is. We can't go back. And obviously, this game is still, to me, forever a hit for me. So, I'm not going to say completely dead. I'm going to say maybe it should be completely dead, because I think they'll probably try something ill-advised. Like another battle game or something, but we don't know. Dormant. Yeah, dormant's fair. And I think that's a shame, because I think it was finally coming out of being dormant. And again, how many platformers outside of Sonic and Mario even make regular, like, entries? Let's face it. I mean, Astrobot, you know, with Astro's Playroom and then its own standalone game, only a couple years apart, that was great. But, I mean, generally, how many platformers do we get successive iterations of that aren't named Sonic or Mario? Very few. And I hope that changes, but there hasn't been a new Pac-Man world in forever. There hasn't been a new Rayman in forever. There hasn't been a new... I go up and down the list of games that get like 1 entry and then we don't hear about it for like 10 years. So the fact that Crash got this, something. Could it get something else? I think so. Now, if that game flops, then we might be in some trouble, but... You know... And I'm still not giving up on Rayman, but I mean, other than Sonic and Mario, like, there really aren't a lot of franchises that keep pumping out the games for platformers. Platformers are not, you know, like shooters or RPGs even, like, where you get multiple entries. Very few. That's true, too, in general. If it does get a 4th game, it's not, you know, it's not called, you know, well, except for Sonic. Got a Sonic 4, but... Yeah, and that's just the way it is. It's not to say that those platformers were bad. I mean... What was it? KO the Kangaroo had like a revival a couple years ago. I don't know how good that was. Like, there'll be something. There's always something. Just when you're like, oh, that's not coming back. Like, there could be a new the Tasmanian Tiger. Freaking Bubsy got new games. So I'm just saying, it could happen. It doesn't mean like it's going to be the revolution we all hope it is, but I would not be surprised if by the end of this decade, which I realize still 5 more years, we get a new Crash of some kind. Ratchet and Clank? Ratchet and Clank actually... I mean, yes, they had a long hiatus. They came back with Rift Apart. I would, you know, be very surprised if we don't get another Ratchet and Clank for the PS6. It is kind of weird that we basically... What was it? Like, PS3 had like 5 or 6 Ratchet and Clank games, and then PS4 had like 1 remake, and PS5 had 1 game. So that was kind of weird how Ratchet and Clank just kind of felt oversaturated at a point where they had like, you know... Between PS2 and PS3, they had like 8 Ratchet and Clank games, or whatever it was. And then they didn't make another one until 2020. So, I mean, that does happen. Would you really? I mean, for Sony, yes. And for a time, definitely. I mean, when the first Ratchet and Clank game came out, I think that trilogy came out within a very short time of each other. And same with PS3. When they made the jump to PS3, they made sure to have a Ratchet and Clank game ready. And a couple of them at that. In fact, 3 or 4 of them. So, I think for a time, definitely. I think Sly Cooper you could have also put in that category. They had a few of those, and then they kind of stopped. But, I mean, out of the modern ones, and I mean, even Mario. I mean, Mario had Super Mario Wonder. You know, they had Super Mario Odyssey. It's been a long gap, but it's probably, yeah, probably. I mean, Astrobot could take up that mantle in a couple years, but I guess by default, it certainly has more history than those other ones. Even though Crash has been around longer. Ratchet and Clank started, what, 2000, 2002? On PS2, and I mean, it's kind of been chugging along ever since, so yeah. I mean, 8 years and 18 8 years and 18... 8 years. 8 games in 18 years is nothing to sneeze at. Definitely. Plus the portable games on PSP and PS Vita. So, I mean, yeah, no, they've got something.
What am I, a Bandicoot?
We'll see where they go with that. Would not be surprised to see another one in the next few years. Tomb Raider. I mean, I guess. Tomb Raider had a little comeback. You know, they obviously were more popular in the PS1 Saturn era, N64. And they had games for PS2 and so on. And then they had kind of that little revival for PS4, the Shadow of the Tomb Raider, or whatever it was called. I actually played one of those. It was okay. I mean, what about Prince of Persia if we're going to start putting those games in? Second trilogy coming? Alright. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad. Even though I'm a Sonic fan, we all know where my allegiances are. You know, I'm glad to see other games from the 90s, other games in general, get another chance in modern times, you know. A new Turok, which I know is not even the same kind of game, but a new Turok got announced, like, this past year. So I like to think there's always going to be a place for those games, whether or not they ever redeem their, you know, previous glory or whatever. Medieval 2. I know there was a Medieval 2, but I don't know. It's a fun topic. It's fun to talk about games from our past and like how relevant some of them are versus how relevant some of them aren't. I mean, hell, I'm a freaking Sonic fan, and I could argue that if it wasn't for the fact that Sega basically lives off that franchise, like, could any other franchise sustain the number of misses that Sonic had and still be relevant? And again, this is as a Sonic fan. Like, there are games that do a lot worse, or do a lot better than Sonic, and don't get, like, a second, third, or 10th, whatever. Ooh, alright, we got redeem this, so I get to play a inverted version of the next level. We get 2 versions every generation. But, like, seriously, like, and again, I'm not trying to crap on Sonic, obviously. I love Sonic. But, like, I feel like if Sonic was, like, a Ubisoft game or something, and they had, like, 3 or 4 duds like Sega had, like, they probably would just axe it. But it's the fact that Sega's not going to stop making Sonic games. Sega makes too much money on Sonic. Not saying another company wouldn't, but it just, I feel like something there where it's like Sonic is such a legacy franchise, and a legacy franchise by a company like Sega that doesn't, quite frankly, have a lot of other things, as much as I love Sega, they're just not going to stop making them. It's not a matter of how good they are, it's just they're not going to stop making them. Pretty much. You know, that is actually I like that point. And again, Sega has other things. They have Yakuza games that do pretty well. They have racing games and other things, fighting games that do well. I'm very interested to see what they do as far as their Sega initiative, like bringing back the 90s games like Golden Axe and Shinobi and all that, Jet Set, Crazy Taxi. I really hope they're going to take that seriously. I hope that's going to be something that's really successful for them because I am a huge Sega fan. But the thing is, even if it's not successful, they're just going to pump out another 3 Sonic games. Like, let's be honest. Like, they are not going to stop putting out Sonic games. Because of all the bugs, hey, yo! Which is funny, because there was a Saturn game called Bug that was a platformer. But, and again, I'm not trying to, you know, cast shade at Sonic. It's one of my favorite gaming franchises. I mean, it is my favorite gaming franchise of all time. And Sonic Frontiers, I think, was a good game. I think stuff like Sonic Forces, though, like, if another franchise had a Sonic Forces, like if Rayman put out a game that was just kind of mid, like Sonic Forces, I think it would just be like, whatever, we don't care. Like, not to, you know, Rayman's a popular character too, but I mean, look at Mega Man, for example. When was the last 3D Mega Man game? And Mega Man, you could argue, is like Capcom's Sonic. I mean, that's not a hard argument to make. There's still Mega Man, like, 2D games once in a while, but I mean, Mega Man just died in terms of, like, 3D games. They made, like, maybe 2 or 3 3D games, and from what I understand, they weren't bad. They just stopped making them. And yet Sonic still can continue making, like, subpar games, with the exception of a few. Pirate Yakuza, love metaphor. Yeah, like I said, there's other Sega things. I'm not trying to be like, oh, Sonic is the whole thing. But, I mean, at the same time, Sonic is kind of the whole thing. Just for Sega. I mean, you know, Nintendo, I mean, you could argue the same for Mario, but then again, when was the last full 3D Mario game they made? It was Odyssey. I don't even know what Mega Man Star Force is, but it sounds pretty cool. Because that's Mega Man's legacy at this point. Sorry, Mega Man fans, but I feel like Mega Man gets more collections than games. What was there? Mega Man Zero collection, Mega Man ZX collection, Mega Man Battle Star collection, Mega Man collection. Like, they have made like 10 Mega Man games and 20 collections of those Mega Man games. I don't know how that's possible. Like, I really don't. I get to a point where I just have to throw my hands up and go, you know what? This is what Mega Man is. Mega Man is a collection game. is every few years we're going to get a new Mega Man collection of Mega Man games in this Mega Man. It's like they could have made like 3 new Mega Man games in the time of these collections. But you know what? Hey, if people are happy with them, I'm happy with them. Oh yeah, you gotta have a... I'm actually surprised there isn't one. I think, what, they make like 3 of those games? I don't... You know what? I don't care. They'll make a collection of it. Because Capcom knows they can still keep making money off the same games they made 20, 30 years ago. And people keep buying them. I don't blame them. I would do it. Instead of making, what do you call it, new Retromanias, I'll just release Retromania collections. The best of Retromania 20s, Retromania 30s. I'll just keep doing that. I don't need no new Retromanias. You know how much content I have? I could literally show all my old streams from the last 6 years. And, like, who would know the difference? Sure, who would know the difference? I was throwing a few new things here and there, a little bit of new content, maybe 10 minutes of new content, and then the rest of it's all reruns. I think we might be onto something here. Maybe I need to jump on the bandwagon. I need to do Chaos Blur Remastered here. You know, take my really old streams and somehow make them look better. Like, before the Elgato was a piece of crap. Or I could do collections, like you were saying, like the Glitch collection. You know, it's just all Glitch games, all games that I played with glitches in the Elgato. I could do a whole retro thing where it's not just Retromanias, but it's like me playing Donkey Kong Country, because I have streamed Donkey Kong Country without doing a Retromania. Oh, I think this could be big. Yeah, the different time eras would be like, all right, guys, how we doing? Oh, so what do we think about, what do you think about Anthony Fauci? Like, what? I thought you said the stream was today. I didn't say it was today, this year. I do enjoy the Sound Issues collection. Actually, I don't. I can't hear it. But if I could. Oh, boy. Why do I keep missing this jump? More frustration right now. I still owe, I forgot who even redeemed it now, but I believe it was Mars. I still owe him an inverted level, which we're going to do right after this level. Ah, it was a great episode, actually. That would be... I could do clip collections. That's up there. Well, the Mortal Kombat game doesn't work. I can't get the sound to work. Pow, pow, pow. Yep, the Chipmunk Bobby. You guys saw that I didn't hit anything on the controller. There's no way that anything could have changed the sound effects right now. And on the 20th attempt, I finally made that jump. I mean, my entire life is YouTube clips. Oh, damn it, I somehow killed myself by doing that. Look how long this level is. God damn it again. In case you were ever wondering what Dingo Dial as a baby would look like. Or, not a baby, as an angel would look like. Now we know. It's a disturbing sight, to say the least. Hey, yo. Okay. Watch out. I love how these conveyor belts look like they're held together with, like, band-aids and tape. I guess that's the joke. What the hell? Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Funny enough, I had to move my Christmas countdown to YouTube. I didn't have to, but I did, because I was having too many issues with the... I don't even know what. I get to a point sometimes with these streaming things where I'm like, you know what? It's either I don't do it at all, or I do it this other way, so... Sorry, I know we prefer it the first way, but... I think we also prefer it just to happen. That's exactly what ended up happening eventually. Alright. This level's taking me like the longest out of any of them. When I tried to do the YouTube Christmas countdown instead of on Twitch, I was running the capture card through my video camera, which is what I do every year. Like, not my webcam, but my video camera. And for whatever reason, it was dropping frames, like, left and right. Like, it wasn't even watchable. So I basically just, I went to Twitch instead. I just switched it to Twitch. Didn't change any settings. Obviously, same capture card. And everything worked fine. Because it's technology. And I'm just like, I am not going to sit here during my Christmas countdown and try to figure out why that is. I'm just going to do it the way I know how to do it. Which is on Twitch. So I did. And it worked great. And that's really all I care about, is that it works great. Plus, it means I don't have to keep switching between different streaming platforms. Started on Twitch, I'm going to end on Twitch. Like, that's it. That's an obnoxious number of enemies, by the way. God damn it again. Twitch here. I also started to just play games. I feel like play games now, finish them later. But what I do, oh boy, oh god, this is. I mean, I like this level, but it's getting a little ridiculous now. I do enjoy being somebody's Twitch hero. I just say, like, that is my. I don't like, you know, no offense to channels that do it, but like, there's some people that just play, like, you know, Fortnite every stream. Like, I can't do it. And there's plenty of games I like. I could play Rocket League like every night if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Like, I want to have different content every night or every day or whatever it is. Doesn't make sense. It's not supposed to make sense. No Fortnite Fridays. And I've tried stuff like that. Like, I have little gimmicks like, you know, Fall Guy Fridays or. But I don't do it like every Friday because I couldn't commit to that. Yeah, inverted level after like however long that took to beat that one. Let's do it. Hey, yo. Yeah, even that would get too predictable if I was like Fortnite Friday or Fall Guys Friday or Mario Kart Monday. Like, it would be like, all right, well, we know it's Monday. We know it's time to do that. So I don't like to be held to that. Like, I'll do it once in a while. I do think it's fun to do Fall Guys on like a Friday night or Saturday morning, but that is not something that would make me happy to do over and over again. I think it would kind of lose the spunk. I can't be held to that kind of schedule. Like, the only thing I have that's scheduled is Retromania, and even those are like, you know, once a month-ish, but they're not like the same day. It's not like, you know, oh, the 20th of the month is Retromania. Like, I do enjoy hopping into your, yeah, no, that's fun too. I mean, and like I said, most of the time, you know, a Splatoon, whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, I thought about doing like Splatter Day, you know, Splatoon Saturday. But again, it's like, oh, it's Saturday, gotta play Splatoon now. It's like, do I feel like it? Maybe I do. I tried it. I did. You know, I still do the Saturday morning Fall Guy streams once in a while. Once a month with, so it's just, yeah, it's once a month, which is the good part. Oh, hold on, we gotta try this out. Oh, Mario Party's gonna be great. Mario Party Jamboree is a great game. I can't guarantee how many times you're going to see that game in action, but seriously, like, I never even had a thought about doing it, even when I first started. It's not like it's a gimmick I just started now. It's always been, like, that way, and I'm fine with that. Oh, this is the other level that had the jet board. I knew there was another level with jet board. Oh, it doesn't, I think time moves faster in this. Wow, all right, we just fell right into that. There you go. Yeah, I can tell the level's moving faster because I even hear the sound effects going faster. It is funny hearing this, like, vaudeville music going faster. God damn it again. That's not funny, though. It's very disappointing. I mean, it's nothing against any. Like, I know people are like, oh, you don't finish any games. Or it's not like I'm trying to do it to be funny. Like, oh, yeah, I'll show you guys. I'll play every game 2 hours at a time and never finish it. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny. I really am dead. I gotta say, I finished plenty of games. You just don't notice it because it only happens like maybe once every other month. And it's after I started the game 4 years before that. So it just kind of lines up like that. That's not really the goal of this. You know, finishing things is for work. You know, like when I go to work, my goal is to finish projects. I get that. I don't go to work starting jobs and leaving them unfinished. But I'm not at work right now, am I? So I don't really have that same mentality of like, well, if I'm going to go online, I've got this responsibility to finish. No, fuck that. I don't have responsibility to do anything. Actually, I've not finished Doom Eternal. I'm like in the final levels of that. Spider-Man I finished. Ratchet and Clank I finished. That's what I mean. Like, it's like, if now I gotta finish it, it's like, I'm not gonna start it then. If that's my thing, is I can't, like, start a game unless I finish it, then I'm just not gonna start it. I finished this game. I've beaten this game on stream. Crash 4, I've beaten Sonic. Like, well, all of them. Though you've seen me beat. But, yeah, that's not the goal, though. That's not the point. This level's actually pretty hard when it's inverted. I have heard that. Is he actually done, though? Because I thought he was, like, trying, like, his 7th comeback. Okay, this is gonna be, yeah, this level's gonna be kind of annoying in fast motion mode. Fuck. His last video was Alien Isolate. Well, that's not that long ago. I mean, yeah, it's a few months ago, but... I mean, you're gonna end on that? Isn't that... That's not even a new Alien game. It's like an older one, I thought. Like, I really know. Yeah, well, that could be an issue. I say that might be the real issue. More than the public perception, which is also not good. This level's actually really weird in inverted mode. This is one of the few filters I don't really like, and I also don't really like the fast motion and the music being all sped up. But it is what it is. It even feels like the water current is a lot stronger than before. Like, even the music doesn't sound like... It sounds like it doesn't know what to do. It's like... Oh, jeez. That sounds like him, alright. Oh, great. This part in fast motion. Even Crash, he really is. He's, like, breathing faster and stuff. Like, what do I do? I love that I'm just riding on this guy's food truck. I think that's what's supposed to be happening here. I can't really tell. Fog! We're dead. I mean, they did. I like most of them. I like the one where it's like black and white and you have to spin the paint to color it. And this one to me just feels like an old-timey film. Like, I get it, but... Not as fun as some of the other ones, but it's not bad. I think the fast motion's what bothers me, especially in this level. There's already a lot of, like, technical jumps and stuff to make here. But, I mean, I'm waiting for, like, the silent movie captions to come up, like, Crash going, what? Fuck, that's Nitro, god damn it. At least the food truck guy stopped and let me get hit by it. Yeah, speed here takes away what little margin of error there was in this. There wasn't much. Shit! Oh, that was close. Oh, I thought that was the end of the level. There is more. Damn. Alright. Damn it, there's more fun level. Never. Well, maybe, I don't know. Ouch. I like how many extra lives the game's giving me now. Game's like, you know what? We've kind of screwed you before, so let's... Oh, there's the weird evil crash there. Never understood what that thing was, but there it is. Oh, we actually made it to the end. What an end it was. Hey, yo. Invest in more inverted levels. Hey, yo. Oh, they're not all like that. They all have, like, different color theming or whatever. Hey, yo. That was fun, though. It was alright. That music going so fast, though, was kind of great. Ah, finally, the ice world. I do enjoy this ice world. This was actually the level I played in the demo. The first time I played this game. So this was the first level I played in this game. And this is not an easy level to start you off with. Because, like I said, this is the quintessential, like, trolling level where you don't know what things do yet. So certain things break away immediately. Certain things break away after a certain amount of time. It's kind of like that. In fact, all the levels in the demo were kind of tough. There were like 3 or 4 levels in the demo that were just like, what? What am I doing here? It is, yeah, no, you're right. Now, the thing, when I started this game, I'm like, oh, this must be like World 2 or something. Like, this is pretty difficult for an early level. What a half it is. A true mystery indeed. That'd be a good name for a Crash level. Oh, hold on. It's actually been a while since I played this particular level. So it is possible to get those all, but not easy. Watch out. It was hard, but it's one of my proudest finishing. Nice! Yeah, no, the last level's definitely difficult. Like, there's some other levels, too, that are really just not good. But. Hey, anytime I can finish a game on stream, I don't care what it is. That's an achievement in itself for me, so... I was happy to finish this one on stream. I was happy to play it. It was a good time all the way through. I was going to say, I believe with the slow-mo power-up, you could actually jump on nitro crates really quick. Not that it matters, because I still blew it, but if I hadn't, oh boy. Dead. No, we're not going to know how that happened unless we play the Cortex level. And even then, who knows? This part here gave me trouble the first couple times. But again, very clever mechanic. I know games have done slow down time mechanics a million times before. I thought this game did a really good job with it. That's pretty cool. A boogadaba! A boogadaba! A boogadaba! Uh-oh. Oh no! Wipe out. Hey yo. Oh yeah. I do enjoy this game. Got kind of lucky there. It's alright. Oh no! Really just turned into a crassicle. Hey yo, I get it. Because we're chilling. Big time. Enemy. Dead. Fuck, I always, like, have to wait for that, like... I don't know what you call it, but... Okay. Oh, you saw it. Woo! Oh, yeah. Oh, there's something behind here. Nice. Ouch. Alright. End of the level. Hey, yo. Got him. Alright. Yeah, it was pretty fun, right? Just gonna wrap things up for me here, but fittingly enough, we're gonna end on the level that I started with when I first played this game. Ooh, a bunch of rings! Well, plenty of rings, or, well, some rings, for Retromania 73 tomorrow at 2 p.m. Should be a great episode. Looking forward to it. And looking forward to, well, having you all here with me. Oh, the screw attack! No one ever uses that one. I'm a big Metroid fan. It's no coincidence that all my emotes have some significance to things that I like to do. They're not all just Sonic, but I do enjoy Metroid, so that will be there as well. Mall Tour of America, of course, 2023, big one. But in general, you know, should be a great episode of Retro tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you there in the morning. Not morning, afternoon. Starts at 2. Yeah, no, Metroids are great. Venias, you know, I don't play so many of them, but I do play some Metroids, so. We'll play some retro games tomorrow. Should be a great time. But as always, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay chaotic. Blur out. let's get retroactive.